Very good morning to all. Today we will start with the new topic that is a placenta. Placenta is a very main or very important part of the development of the fetus. This is umbilical cord, that is a rope-like structure that is connected from the fetus with the placenta. Okay, here is the placenta. Okay, so what is placenta? It is the main organ, or it is a vital organ with which the development of the baby will be there. The baby will get all the nourishment, oxygen, immunity. They secrete the waste through the placenta. On definition of the placenta, the placenta is partly fetal and partly maternal in origin. Means how the development of placenta will be there. So it will be developed from both. It will be developed from fetus and from the mother. Means half development from the fetus and half from the mother. Connects closely with the mother's circulation to carry out the function which the fetus is unable to perform for itself during the intrauterine life. So, what is the main reason for the development of the placenta? Because the baby is not able to perform the functions, for example, respiration. The baby will not able to respirate inside the uterine cavity by itself. So, placenta will carry out their functions in the intrauterine life. As we know that it is partly developed from fetus and partly from the mother, so there are two main components of the placenta development, that is chorion frondosome and second one is the decidua basalis. Okay. From these two, chorion, that is a fetal components, chorion frondosome, and decidua basalis, that is a maternal components for the development of the placenta. It begins at 6 weeks and completed by 12 weeks. This is a duration when the placenta will be developed at 6 weeks and it will be completed by 12 weeks. Next is how it will be developed. The small projections that appear on the trophoblastic layer of the blastocyst, they proliferate and branch from about 3 weeks after the fertilization, and they will help to form the chorionic villi. Projection appears on the trophoblastic layer of the blastocyst. There is a growth by the multiplication of the cells and the branches will be formed about 3 weeks after the fertilization, and they will help to form the chorionic villi. The villi they become most profuse in the area where the blood supply is reaches, and that is in the basal decidua. So here the blood supply will be reaches in the decidua basal. This part of the trophoblast is known as the chorionic frondosome, and that is a fetal components of the placental development. Okay. This is a cross section diagram of the placenta. That you can see that the umbilical two arteries is there, one vein is there. This is umbilical cord. Next, amnion and chorion, two fetal membranes will be there. Chorionic plate will be there. This is a fetal section, middle and maternal section. Okay, chorionic plate and the basal plate. At the umbilical cord side, it is a chorionic plate, and at the uterine side, it is a basal plate. This is the decidua, myometrium, endometrial, vessels, and the arteries. It will eventually develop into the placenta. The villi under the capsular deciduous, they get less nourishment and they will gradually atrophy, and from the chorionic leaf or bald chorion, which is the origin of the chorionic membrane. The open blood vessels, they are known as the sinuses. and the area which surrounding the villi as a blood spaces. So open blood vessels are there, they are sinuses, and the surrounding villi are as a blood space. The maternal blood it circulates slowly in these vessels and they will enable the villi that they can absorb the food and oxygen and to excrete the waste material. A few villi are attached more deeply to the residua and because they are more deeply attached they are called the anchoring villi. Each chorionic villi is the branching structures. Its center it consists of mesoderm and the branches of umbilical veins and arteries will be there. The four layers of tissue they separate the maternal blood from the fetal. They will never mix up by making it impossible for two circulations, maternal and fetal, to mix unless the villi are damaged. In case the villi will be damaged, then only the circulation will be mixed up. The placenta is completely developed and functioning from the 10th week after the gestation. It is starting 6 week, completed 12 weeks, and is perfectly functioning at the 12th week. In its early stage, it is relatively low structure, but it becomes more compact as it becomes more mature. Between 12 and 20 weeks of the gestation, placenta that weighs more than the weight of the fetus. So weight of the placenta will be more than the weight of the fetus. At this stage, the fetal organs they are insufficiently developed to cope with the metabolic process of the nutrition. Okay? So here the organs they are not sufficiently developed that they can cope up with the metabolic processes of the nutrition. Later, when the pregnancy advances and when the fetus gets matures, some of the fetal organs, such as liver, they begin to function and they resulting in easier exchange of O2 and CO2. Next is circulation through the placenta. There are many two placental circulations. There is utero-placental circulation and second one is the feto-placental circulation. Utero-placental circulation that is utero means uterus with the placenta and that is a maternal circulation. Feto-placental fetus with the placenta that is a fetal circulation. Next, the mature placenta. A mature placenta it is a normal term. The placenta it is like a flattened disc-like mass which is circular or ovally outlined. The normal volume is 500 ml. The average weight of placenta is 500 gram and it is 1/6 of the baby's weight at the time. Average diameter is 15 to 20 centimeter and thickness is 2.5 centimeter. This is frequently asked in the Viva, so remember this. It is a circular over outline disc, volume 500 ml, weight 500 gram, in the proportion of the baby's weight 1/6, diameter 15 to 20, thickness 2.5 centimeter. In that there are mainly two surfaces, one is fetal and second one is the maternal. Fetal surface is identified by the umbilical cord. Okay, the cord is attached at the center. The fetal surface is covered by the smooth glistening amnion with the umbilical cord that is attached at or near the center. And maternal surface is rough, spongy, and the maternal blood it gives it dull red color. The maternal surface is mapped out into 15 to 20 convex polygonal areas and they are known as the lobes or the cotyledons. Okay, so remember two surfaces, maternal and fetal. In the fetal surface, umbilical cord is attached at the center. In the maternal surface, 15 to 20 polygonal areas, lobes or cotyledons will be there. Attachment, where it is attached, upper part of the body of the uterus, that is fundus. If it is attached in the lower part, then it is known as the placenta previa. Separation. When the placenta will be separated from the uterine body, it will be separated after the birth of the baby. But if in case it will be separated earlier, then that is known as the abruptio placenta. Okay? So placenta previa and abruptio placenta, they both comes under the antepartum hemorrhage. Functions of the placenta. Okay, here we will only list out the functions of the placenta. Next we will discuss in the detail. This truly is an organ of the life with a number of functions designed to provide and protect the fetus. It includes all the basic functions, that is respiration, nutrition, storage, protection, endocrine, immunological and enzymatic function.